Okay, people, it's me, Sean Blue. I am here to talk about Josh from 23andOne. And I'm sure if you're clicking on this, you know what I'm talking you know who I'm talking about. Josh from 23andOne is a YouTube guy. He's like, an ex-con. And I'm here to talk about him. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this in my comments, like, you mother effer this, you mother effer that, okay. Yeah, I'm a mother effer. But the reason I'm putting Josh on blast is this was like a few years ago. He made a YouTube video called, I believe it was called Turn Out, and or something like Turned Out in Prison. He shared a story, a real life story about a young man, barely a man. He was like 18, 19 years old, who was turned out in prison. And for those who don't know what turnout means, that means sexually assaulted in prison and kind of like pimped out, was forced to sleep around with other men, not for him to make money, but for his like prison daddy to make money. And there's been multiple people on the after prison show world that talked about people who were turned out in prison. And all those other people were very showed a lot of respect towards the victim. J Rock talked about that, and he showed respect toward the victim. Um, uh, Daniel, I think his name is, he showed respect to the victim. And other guys who talked about people being turned down in prison, they showed respect to the victim. But Josh, when he first off, this is not even Josh's story to share. This is just something he witnessed, so I guess that's his story to share. But the real person's story that is the young man who was turned down in prison by this when he got caught up in this gambling debt that he couldn't pay, and this big fat white guy. Yeah, it was a white guy that turned out this young skinny white guy, and who was he's practically a kid still, but and and when Josh did this video, he was like laughing. You know how I would laugh and like, and I don't want to do a personal attack against Josh. It's because the only reason I'm really going after Josh is that he showed no respect toward the victim, and he was like laughing during the video that. And this was a guy he even knew too, that this guy was being sexually assaulted in prison, being raped in prison, and he was describing what the guy looked like. He was describing what his tattoos looked like. I believe he said the guy's name, and he described what he just looked like. And he was talking about the guy's lifestyle, how the guy was like a homeless guy and stuff like that on the streets, jumping on trains and stuff, riding around. And that just Josh is just like because was treating it as like a joke and stuff. And I just thought that was like really disrespectful that he would do something like that. And that's why I like a lot of those after prison shows. Like, I'm not gonna throw out names, but I have kind of before, and there's a lot of good after prison show people out there. And there's but I don't like Josh, and I don't like his show. And that's one of the main reasons why I don't like his show, is because of how he talked about that young man who was raped in prison. I thought it was very disrespectful. And